You ever had a moment so dark, so painful, so crushing, that you couldn't even recognize yourself in the mirror anymore? I'm talking about the kind of moment where everything you built falls apart. The kind where you're sitting in your car, tears rolling down your face, gripping the steering wheel like it's the only thing holding your life together. That moment when you realize you failed, and not just failed in front of the world, but failed yourself. That's the moment I want to talk about, because that moment, that rock bottom, that unbearable silence, that crushing disappointment, that's where freedom begins. That's where everything can change. See, nobody teaches us how to fail. They tell us how to succeed, how to win, how to grind, but they don't teach us how to lose. They don't tell us what to do when the phone doesn't ring, when the door doesn't open, when the dream doesn't happen. They don't prepare you for the heartbreak, the rejection, the job you didn't get, the business that went under, or the love that walked away. But let me tell you something, failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to it. If you failed, it means you tried, and if you tried, that means you're still in the fight. And if you're still in the fight, baby, you've still got a chance. There was a time in my life when I thought it was over. I was down bad, no job, no money, no direction. I was sleeping in places that didn't feel like home, eating what I could afford, which wasn't much, and worst of all, I was ashamed that I had dreams I couldn't touch, ashamed that I talked big but fell short, ashamed that the people who once believed in me had every reason to walk away. But I learned something in those moments that I never could have learned at the top. I learned who I really was, not the polished version, not the version I showed the world, but the stripped down, beaten up, raw and real version. The one who had nothing to lose but still chose to believe. See, that's what failure does. It exposes you, it humbles you, it tears away the fluff and forces you to deal with who you are at the core. And once you meet that version of yourself, the one with no mask, no hype, no crowd, you start to build something real. You start to build freedom. Freedom doesn't come from never messing up. Freedom comes when you realize that messing up didn't destroy you. It hurt, it knocked you down, but it didn't end you, and now you've got knowledge. You've got grit, you've got wisdom that only pain can teach. Everybody wants to rise, but nobody wants the breaking. Nobody wants the storm, but let me tell you, freedom is found on the other side of that storm. And the lessons you pick up along the way, they're worth more than gold. You learn how to say no to things that don't serve you. You learn how to walk away from people who drain you. You learn how to trust yourself, even when your knees are shaking. You learn how to believe in something greater than the mess you're standing in, and you learn that your past doesn't get to write your future. One of the biggest lies people believe is that failure defines them. That one mistake, one fall, one rejection, that it means they're finished, but that's not true. What defines you is not the fall, it's the get up. It's the decision to try again when everyone else would understand if you quit. That's what separates winners from watchers. That's what separates survivors from statistics. I remember someone once asked me, "Don't you ever get tired of failing?" And I said, "Don't you ever get tired of not trying?" See, I'd rather fall flat on my face chasing something real than sit on the sidelines living a lie. Because every failure took me one step closer to freedom. Every no pushed me toward the right yes. Every closed door redirected me to a better one. I didn't know it at the time, but I see it now, and here's the truth. Your pain has a purpose. Your failure has a function. There's a reason you went through what you went through. You didn't survive that just to stay the same. You didn't come this far to stop here. You didn't cry those tears just to hide your light. There's a story in you, and that story has power, because someone out there is waiting for you to rise, waiting for you to break the chains, waiting for you to step up, Speak out and shine so they know it's possible. You don't go through the fire for nothing. You go through so you can come back with the flame. Let me say this, there's no shame in failing. The only shame is in giving up before the blessing comes. Don't you dare quit now. Don't you dare throw away everything you've learned, everything you've survived, everything you've built inside of you. You may not be where you want to be yet, but you're not where you used to be either. That's progress, that's power, that's proof. You've got to stop running from failure, start chasing it, start welcoming it. Because the moment you stop fearing it is the moment you start living free. No more chains of doubt, no more fear of judgment, no more looking over your shoulder wondering what people think. Let them think. Let them talk. Let them watch, because you're too busy rising to be worried about who's whispering. You know what failure gave me? Perspective. It showed me what really matters. It taught me to appreciate the small wins. To love the grind, to show up when nobody's clapping. And when you can do that, when you can keep showing up even in silence, you become unstoppable. You become the kind of person who doesn't need validation to move forward. You don't need applause to do the work. You don't need approval to chase your vision. You've already been through enough to know that you've got everything you need inside of you. The fight, the faith, the fire, it's already there. You just need to trust it. And let's talk about timing for a second. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. Stop putting an expiration date on your dream. Stop measuring your life by someone else's clock. Some people get there at 25, others at 45, but who cares? This is your race. This is your journey. Don't let delay make you doubt your destiny. You're not behind. You're becoming. Every setback, every failure, every mistake, it's shaping you. It's making you stronger, wiser, more ready. You're not late. You're being prepared, and when the time is right, when the moment comes, you'll walk through that door with so much power, nobody will believe you were ever the same person who once fell. So I came here today to tell you this. Your failure isn't final. Your mistake isn't fatal. Your pain isn't pointless. It's all part of the freedom story you're writing. Don't be ashamed of it. Own it. Wear it like a badge. Say, yeah, I've been through some stuff, but look at me now. I'm still standing. I'm still fighting. I'm still dreaming. That's freedom. That's what real strength looks like. Not the absence of struggle, but the refusal to let struggle win. And that kind of strength, that changes lives, yours first. Then the lives of everyone you inspire by refusing to stay down. So keep going. Keep rising, keep pushing past the failure, because on the other side is something beautiful, something powerful, something lasting. And it's got your name on it. So if nobody else told you today, hear it from me. You are not your failure. You are not your lowest moment. You are not broken, and you are not done. What you've been through was preparation. What you lost was making room for what's coming, and what looked like the end was really just the beginning of a new chapter where you get to write the story. Don't let the pain be wasted. Don't let the lesson be forgotten. Use it. Stand on it. Let it be the fuel in your fire, because one day soon you're going to look back and realize that the thing you thought was meant to break you was actually the thing that built you. The thing that taught you how to fight, how to rise, how to live free. You've come too far to quit now. You've survived too much to settle now. This is your moment. Not to be perfect, but to be powerful. Not to impress, but to inspire. Not to chase approval, but to claim your freedom. So stand up. Speak loud, walk bold, and live like your story matters, because it does. You're not just moving on, you're moving up. From failure to freedom.